Alright peeps, welcome back to Upper Height, episode 41. In the last episode we managed to get this secondary river system up and running, and it seems to have saved the day, because if we can back up the top, this whole island here is uncovered, as well as this bit of proper Upper Height over here. Where's that bloody helicopter? You know what, the helicopter could be anywhere picking up water, couldn't it? We've got a lot of it. The firefighting helicopters will be having the time of their lives. Oh, I even forgot to bloody replace this bad lad. Let me quickly do that and I'll get back to you. There we go, that's that, it's all replaced. We just have to deal with some mild tidal wave action. Fairly mild compared to the last couple episodes, so I'm not concerned in the slightest about it. Then we just real quickly do the same over here. There we go, no more tunnel, now we've got a bridge. Oh, speaking of, I don't think I upgraded this little area here to be elevated. Oh, it's a path, that's why. There's going to be a few paths that I forgot knocking about, like, I must admit. Like that little bit of the path there, now that's a whole bridge. Now, one thing I made sure to do at the end of the last episode before the time lapse was place this disaster response unit here. So they should have a few fire engines dispatched, doing their thing. Have they got run to the crematorium yet? They have. But I don't know if we should rebuild it yet. It still looks a tad moist. You know what? How is the water level here? Oh, the Harewood Bridge is back. Happy days. I think the water level has officially returned to normal. The Burnout Bridge is back. With just a little bit of water. We're not too concerned about that. So let's whip out our road upgrade tools. Ganta tunnel. And right click all of these that I can right click. And there we have it. The first part of our flood defense is removed completely. And like I say, that should allow zoning to happen on here now. You know what I might do, actually? Just to clean up a bit of the water here. Let me come down just ever so slightly. And I mean ever so slightly. Like, I want to pick this level here. And just gone all the way around the back here. And you know what? Since the water level's chilled out a bit, let us pick this level here that I've leveled out. And remove the flood defences all the way along the edge here. Well, here's the first part of our flood defences removed. We even have the good old quay wall back. Look at this bad lad. You could imagine yourself just walking along this quay wall. I mean, if I do go into the quay wall, we end up losing reality. So that's why I'm hanging out on the side of the quay wall here. Unless you want to see the water underneath. Hello, under map water. How's it gone? You look awfully terrifying, to say the very least. Right, now I haven't accidentally flooded anything, have I? I know we need to sort out the bridges. We need to do that, definitely. There's a couple of spiky edges we need to sort out. But other than that, I think we're looking alright. I think we're looking alright for the most part. Let me clean up this little edge here on the industrial estate. There we go, no more big spiky edge on the industrial estate there. Now if we go to the edge here, could we bring this flood wall down as well? I think we could. I think we could. You know what? Let's test that by removing the tunnels over here. Tunnels removed. The water, it's flowing out. That's what we want to see. Happy, happy days. Alright, happy days with that. Let's sort out the rest of the level here. There we go. This is looking a lot nicer now. Providing I didn't make the water level too low anywhere. And that is just the water flowing over and not actually going anywhere else. Fingers crossed on that. We're looking alright here. We've still got our post office that's still kicking. Our subway maintenance hall and our subway yard is kicking off lovely. We do have a couple of flooded water pumping stations, but you know what? I'm going to do something about that later on down the line. Actually, I'm going to delete all three of these just to make sure that we don't end up wasting time sending fire engines over here. I suppose let's move on to removing the flood defences on this little section of land here. Oh, look at that cute little island there. That was once part of this main bit of land here, which was also connected to this mountain here. I suppose it is still... Oh, no, it isn't. I was going to say it's still connected around the back, but it's not. But we've created one new huge island and a little mushroom tip on the top. Now let me go ahead and unupgrade Grove Lane here, so I can go ahead. Oh, yes, they've been replaced and rebuild that little office there, which I have to rebuild twice. And by office, I mean farm, of course. And once they pick up the deed bodies, you can get back to farming. Number 2, Grove Lane. Look at this cheeky bit of path that avoided getting upgraded to an elevated road. There we go. Now the water can flow freely. Ooh, have we visited the school yet? We have. Let's rebuild the school. The remaining population of proper Upper Height here will very much appreciate that. Ooh, we even had the bloody underground station. Oh, they've got someone firefighting helicopter arriving. Damn. Let's tune on with that, eh? Hello, helicopter firefighter. I heard you're going to go and help our little friends over there. You're going to get this underground subway station up and running. Why don't we follow you over there and see? Oh, look, they're gone now the bloody uni. This technical university looks lovely like. And we managed to save it from flooding. mighty genius solution if I do say so myself. Which I do. Alright, how are we? This firefighting helicopter should be chucking a left here. And it should be going to check out that little underground station. I tell you what, one side with flood defences and the other side without. It does look much better without. Are we stopping off here? For any particular reason? You just want to pick up some water maybe? You're just having a hover? Just checking out the damage? Fair dinkum. Fair dinkum. You know the underground station's off to your left, you know, it's not this way. Oh, we seem to be slowing down, maybe we're turning. No, we're just having a hover here. Are you actually going over there? Because I thought fire engines went over here to fix these things. Yeah, firefighting helicopter. Click the thing. Why are you just big chilling over here, mate? Why? You know what, while we're waiting for that fire helicopter, let's press speed 3 and see if we get niche spiky water. Some bloody bot simps in action or not. I hope we don't. But just in case we do, I'll be keeping an eye out. We're looking good up here. Let me flip the camera around, make sure we're not spiking doing the bottom of the map or something daft like that. Nah, we're looking alright down there. It's just because it does get fairly canyonous out there, to be fair. Nah, nice spiky water. I can officially speed 3, and old mate's made his way over to the bloody underground station here. What are you going to do, just hover about and say, yeah, nah, mate, that's fucked. Get it replaced. Ooh, doing some rescues, are we? I just saw it change from rescuing there, and now you're going back to the EU low density business after rescuing. Maybe their injuries weren't that critical. Oh, look, we got he's already here. Hello, mate. I suppose this is on the way back to the hospital. If the injuries aren't that critical, then yeah, nah, fair dinkum. Oh, my injuries are critical. I'm starting to get blurred vision. Get me out of here. Get me out. Right. Now that I can see clearly again, let's rebuild this underground subway station. Rebuild. Oh, I'm going to have to, you know what? I was going to say, I was a tad concerned about upgrading or downgrading Victoria Lane here back to a normal road. However, this whole subway station is blocking the land anyway, so it doesn't matter. It does no matter. You just notice this tunnel here is blocking water. Let's get that replaced. Let's connect that in. Now we can let the water flow. And did we only connect into one road there? Oh, bloody hell, I'll take that as a win, like, if we only connected into one road. Let's delete this bit of the alley, and then we'll redo it. A little something like that. And that way we don't connect into that road there. And look, it's fine. As long as you have a low vehicle, you'll be fine. You can whip out the old Tom Cruise and slide your motorbike under sideways. It's not like we got a mass of people living over here anymore, is it? This used to be a proper hustling and bustling area, like. For any of you that have seen the episode where what? Well, it must have been last episode when I accidentally deleted that. Oh, that's right. I did, while I was going on my bulldozing mission, I did accidentally delete a few roads. So there will be a few random just disconnected roads knocking about here and there. But if you were here for the episode where I built this pedestrian bridge around this big roundabout and then underneath and done this little road and everything, it was quite the bit of work, like, I must admit. And it worked, which is the main thing. Oh, look, we got metros crossing each other. Anyway, let's get our small road out. Gone from here to about here. Why, aye, that works. Might not be great, but it works. You know, we didn't need. This whole intersection specifically is made to not have bloody pedestrian crossings. Be gone. What's going on, yeah? I forgot a bit of bloody upgraded, downgraded tunnel. What a guy, eh? What a guy. Water, flow under there, please. I mean, in my defense, this whole thing was completely underwater when I did all the upgrades, so you know. If I forgot one or two, div and crucifiers. Right, now looking at the level of these roads here, and the water being beneath them, we should be able to remove these flood defences out of this side. There we go. Now we just need to fix these bloody Humpty Dumpty roads here. Look at the state of these, man. If you try and get to school there, it's just not happening, is it? Like, let's be honest. It's not happening. I mean, unless you're on the new top apartments, then you can just go straight from the side of the road, hippity hop out to your classroom. But yeah, now let's whip out the move up mod. Page down on these bad lads for probably quite a while. Until they're nice and level and looking good. Alright, we'll have to nigh on a minute holding page down. We have Pale Street looking alright. Let's get them looking nice and smooth though. I think that looks nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do that with all the rest of these. I'll have to go ahead and just see what I've done. I'm not going to make you sit through that. Well, I mean, I'll speed it all up. But like, you won't be here for like 5 minutes watching this go down incredibly slowly. You'll be alright. You'll survive. Right, well look at that, isn't it so much more beautiful without it being all Humpty Dumpty. We do have one little mountain, but we'll sort that out. as well as smooth all of this out and all. There we can. We'll look a wee bit nicer over there now, didn't we? Let me downgrade some of these roads. At least Pearl Street there, just so we can get that school back up and running, and it'll stop whinging about having the power lecky water sewage. And do we have any more flood defences knocking about on the map? Oh, we do. With it being winter, this one nearly bloody blends in. Nearly. Not quite, though. Now this is the scary bit, actually. I'm kind of scared of this. I know that there's there we go, a sunken building here. So let's go on top of it, grab the level of the building. Just move it around a bit here, just to make sure we are on the correct level we are. And then come out. And what are we looking like? Oh, yes, we're above the river. Happy days. Alright then. I am happy with that. Let me just make a little smooth pad here. We'll up the size. I think 100's the size I done it in. We'll level out switch on here. If we right click the higher level there, start at the arse end to switch on, and bring it in. And I'm going to do the very same up here. Right click at the tippity top. Gone from that building that was sunken, bring it in. And I realised I need to make a lot more points throughout this mountain here. Alright, how are we looking there? Well, we've extended the mountain a bit, like. I might bring that down a little bit. I didn't quite realise how much I was extending that. I think that looks alright. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let me do a little bit of re-levelling on this river here. And then smooth it out. Oh, it looks like I've got a tunnel under here. Oh, wait, that's an actual tunnel. Looks like I need to redo ye. And then probably ye and all. So I may as well just redo it there. So now I can grab this earth level and bring it out to where I want it. Now before I forget, let's reconnect these bloody subway tracks. Gonna have to redo the bit I did at the beginning and all. Let me pause for this bit then. Well, that's that reconnected in without losing all the ground here. What's the crack here? Are you still a tunnel? Oh my lord, I've left so many tunnels bloody underground like. Right, see the light of day again. Haha, lovely. Maybe we might even be able to zone again over here soon. Let's just do a quick smooth job over here. Oh, well, it's nice to see some things never change. We've still got some dodgy margin going on here for no reason whatsoever. Especially since I actually have a merge set up there on that little node that they just say, nah, I want to merge behind or in front or as per usual right before the actual exit.
Look at this.
Look at this hitchhiker here. Just living their best lives on the motorway. Ooh, we have an underground station here that may benefit from not being elevated anymore. There we go. Get yourself some water. Actually, you probably don't have water and power and stuff. Oh, you do. I guess these roads still have water and stuff on them even if they're elevated. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Let me quickly whip out a quick smooth job on the edges here that we cleaned up. And then we're going to come in and do their bridges. Alright, how are we looking there? A bit iffy. But that's alright, we can sort that out. Especially if we start zoning along there again. That'll sort the coastline redout. Oh, actually, different zone, industrial, our this side of the bridge here. Or this little square. This little square, high density commercial. Underneath here, low density commercial. And then some nice tidy low density offices next to it. Let's get to rezoning this little area here. Obviously we want to have riverfront property because these peeps love to live on the riverfront. Except for under the bridge where we're going to pop a bit of mixed housing. And then before I forget, this little patch at the end here, that's for the extreme athletes villa again. So let's shift this out of there. And that is a beautiful level, that. Beautiful. You know what else we can do? We can move the arch nemesis, the sculptor mansion, back out of its spot so the extreme athlete and the sculptor can once again despise each other from the comfort of the across the river. Oh, we got some road maintenance vehicles fixing the patchy flooded road. I can appreciate that, and I'm sure the muscle car and the hatchback that's towing a big old caravan behind you'll enjoy very much as well. I tell you what, the Garbo's got the new address for the sculptor mansion straight away, like. Well, let's do the zoning again up in here. Oh, did we park ended up flooded? It did, but thankfully we can rebuild it. Which is essentially just popping the trees and... I'm pretty sure all I did there was pop the trees on and then the homeless encampments. That was the only thing I done. Oh, have I rebuilt this crematorium yet? Rebuilt it, MiGly, rebuild it! I just noticed that there was a fair few little waiting for horses icons. And obviously you're going to be waiting for horses because there wasn't any horses to bloody pick you up. Hang on, you should be only operating in upper height. And then we have a crematorium over here. I was only operating roundabout Toon. Yep, yep. And then we have a crematorium only over here. And that's only operating in proper upper height. Yep, yep. And then I believe I propped a crematorium over here which operates in both the mountains. Why I? Yeah, I'm unsure why that didn't already have the operating district on, like. Unless it just doesn't come back when you rebuild it. Could be that. But I think it's time to fix not only that grand bumpy bridge there, but also this Serenity Bridge here. So let's go at all of our points that we had selected last time when we moved it up. Even though I just remembered I forgot one of the points, didn't I, last time when I moved it up. And then I might wait for this building here to get built and then lower the bridge down to wherever the roof is on this building here. Even though they're already whinging about not having any money. I think that says no customers actually, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh my, I'm sick of waiting. Let's go and do the bloody Humpty Dumpty Grand Bridge here. I know I did this one at a time. Let's bring this down so it's nice and level. That looks like it's spot on. Now, we do have some floating pedestrians. Don't worry about that. They'll find their way back to these paths. And speaking of, these paths are another thing that we need to bring back down. Actually, I might just redo them. Yeah, I'll just redo these paths. Let me go onto the other side of the Grand Bridge here. We need to bring this down before I forget. And I shouldn't have to redo these paths because I didn't, well, redo them when I put the flood barriers up. And there we go, and we've got the Grand Bridge back in action, looking smooth. The paths on this side are looking as smooth as they did when I first put them in, which is grand. And then the paths on this side, they need to be rebuilt. And there we have the paths back in. We just need to go connect it back into the actual ground again. I left this here to remind me of how I did that last time. So let me show you how I did that last time. If we get connected onto that path, so you come out to about there by 180 degrees. And if we come out at a tidy little 45 degree like that, we should be able to loop round. It's only 10 meters up and connect into this path and make a lovely little connection up like that. The only thing I might do is just bring this earth down around it. And there we have it. That's these paths all connected on this side. All back up and running. I am quite happy with that. Oh, does this need to be rebuilt? Oh no, it's just some shrubbery. See, when I was over at this angle here, it looked like the rubble, but it's just snowy bushes. You know what we didn't need? We didn't need this here, blocking any zoning. Be gone, support pillars. We have magic concrete, and it just floats over here. You know what? If I'm doing the floating concrete, I'm gonna do it right all the way. Never mind the concrete pillars there though, because they're not in the way. But yeah, floating pillars everywhere else. Very strong. Very strong. It's actually suspended from the Grand Bridge, but just very, very thin wires. You can't see them. Maybe if I have a computer that'll handle this map in 4K, you'll be able to see the wires suspending this path here. But for now, we need to go ahead and remove all of these crossings. And just in case, these lights as well. Oh, nah. Ah, I thought so. I was going to say the cheeky little beggar's buddy came back. Right, have you built your shop now? Yes, have. Perfect. Let's get the mover model to reselect all these nodes here. And then bring the big bridge down. And I think that is about where it was. Let's have a look at the approach from this side. That is a nice steady approach. I am happy with that. Now, it was this little bit here that was off on the last one. But that looks spot on. I eyeballed it high in the sky, just fine. Have we been over here yet? Can I rebuild this? I can. Let's rebuild the little forestry industry. Any reason we still have... So I don't have to rebuild the industries twice for the warning to go away. Let's test it. We got two over here. Have we been over here yet? We have. Alright. So I'm clicking 53 Amity Lane. I do rebuild. It rebuilds, but it still says it's flooded. If I click the flooded warning, it says grain farming. So let's rebuild that. This time, I'm going to click this first. Forestry. Let's rebuild that. And it hasn't rebuilt. So I need to click Summit Lane and rebuild. Right. Now is that just like a farming thing? Like if I rebuild this, will it just rebuild? It will, and I don't have it saying it's still destroyed. Cool, cool. Well, let us go on a little adventure here. Ooh, I want to rebuild this, alright. That's a bloody train station, that. Well, metro station anyway. I didn't even have it upgraded for bait either. Get upgraded for the uni run. I mean, I suppose these buildings here that are destroyed by flooding, I just need to bulldoze. If I can. I think that's... Oh, I'm still in this special tool mode. There we go, bulldozed. Oh, it's because the ground's not there. Yeah, I'm just not really going to worry about that for now. Let us rebuild this. Actually, is that costing me money while it's destroyed by flooding? It's not. I am not rebuilding this underground car park because it's not costing me any money and we still have parking available in the automated parking building. Oh, but I do want to rebuild the dairy house. Get that back. Oh, this whole area is special industry, isn't it? Nothing over here flooded, did it? This is where most of the special industry is. Now we're sweet. We've still got the post-sorting facility. That's actually doing something, maybe. I remember I upgraded it because it was full. Like, the sorting speed was at, like, maximum. But now it's at 0 again, so I really don't know. Well, I'm going to go around and rebuild all of these things twice. So I stop having the little pop-up saying destroyed by flooding. And I'm curious, like, how many people watching this thought that like over the last couple episodes, that was it. City's gone. We're going to have permanent flood walls up forever. It's going to be an absolute state. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still an absolute state. But we're getting there, aren't we? Like, we're doing our thing. And I think in the next handful of episodes, we'll have Upper Height back up and running like anybody's business. I know, I think I touched on this on the last episode. I am kind of hoping that we end up with people moving in the new estates of the Moontain City that I built. Because that area is just sitting completely derelict. And there's no worse than a bloody derelict estate, you know what I mean? I just created a very slight hill for this water to go down here. But I do believe I have officially rebuilt all of our industry, apart from this one here. Well, it's not an industry, it's a playground, and I was specifically waiting for to show you, because I know you enjoy me watching rebuild playgrounds. Oh, we still have the stuff over here to rebuild. Let's get this copper shop back up and running. This medical clinic. And this fire hose, all back up and running. Until they're all flood again, because there's still water knocking about. Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Ooh, this is another bloody train station, metro station that needs to be rebuilt. Get rebuilt. And you do still have the upgrade on, don't you? Yeah, sweet. So, I did just forget to upgrade the other one. Oh, what's this? Oh, medical clinic, rebuild. We want all of the medical clinics and everything we will have. What's with the traffic outside the bloody sculptor mansion here? No, just pretendy traffic. Fair dinkum. What's going on here? Rebuild. Oh, this must be a farm. Aye. Quick bit of grain farming. Now, did anybody else get wiped out? I don't think they did. Oh, how are they doing here? Oh, the water level's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's been a bit too long between checks for that. I was a tad concerned. Now what we got over here, is this a path? Yeah, path. Alright, so we just need to upgrade this to be an elevated path. Just like that. And then the water can flow through underneath. Alright, now I am curious, doing the bottom of this new river. Well, old and new river here, because let's get into it. Over to the right there, all of that craziness is the new river, as you might imagine. And off on the left here, that's the old river flow. Just big chilling, Gannon Doon. Oh, something I didn't even, see in the last episode. This is it here. This bit of path was supposed to be, the mouth of the river. Not quite. The mouth's a tad large. But the reason I came down here is to check on the level here. Because we had a few of these high voltage lines down. Oh, the water level has risen. It definitely has risen. Let's see, because we could see the pad on this one. And let's see if we can glitch under and have a look at where the pad is. Maybe. Not quite. Oh, yeah, there's the pad. So the pad's a fair bit underwater there, 3 or 4 rungs. So we have risen this water level quite a bit. I think this one here was the only one that was underwater. This one in the middle. And can we see how far underwater that is now? Will it let me have a look? Can I be cheeky and have a look? I might have to bump up next to it to get and have a look. Nah, I can't have a look. It's deep anyway, it's deep. Oh, it's deep. That is a lot more water than when the dam started, if nothing else. There was a tiny little trickle of basically no water. And now it is filling up quite a bit. So yeah, we need to wait for this level here to settle before we can move on. So you can see the level of our old dam here. This level here is exactly the same level as these gardens back here that are on an absolute big mission at the moment. You can see the cliff that they've got. Well, let's make our way up the river because I think this water gets higher fairly quick as we look up. Oh no, this is just a raised elevated area. Happy days. Wow, you still saying you didn't have rebuild you twice? Well, I've rebuilt you twice now, be happy. Ye were destroyed by bloody flooding. How and when? Did I miss you? Right, now that is everything that was destroyed by flooding, innit? No. What's this? Cemetery. You know what? That's probably useful as well. Because they have hearses as well, that just were not in use. Oh my. Any more buildings that have flooded to death? No. Perfect. What's going on over here? I see a fire. Oh, it's just a burnt down car. Didn't mind that. I didn't have to manually replace that. So while we're letting the river settle here, I'm going to take this opportunity to check in on all of the things. Power? How are we doing on power? Well, we're doing pretty well on power, I will say that. Considering that our big old hydroelectric dam here makes 20 kilowatts of power. When it's running at 100% efficiency at least. And all that 20 kilowatts cost is the decimation of a third of our city. Would you say that's worth it? I certainly do. Oh look, me little river drainage here has done the trick. Old mate's not underwater anymore. just struggling for walkers. Now let me check here. How is this dam actually connected? So we have a high voltage power line, goes onto this road here, goes into this transformer station, which then goes into this road, which is all connected into the Moontain Toon. And I believe the Moontain Toon, yep, it has connections over here, back into the whole city. Not too bad. What I may do on this side of the map here, oh, I've already done it. I was going to say I'm going to pop a transformer station over here and connect this side of the dam up to this side of the Moontain City. But that's already done, and the Moontain City flows down as well. So we have a fairly decent distribution of power from the dam. I'm happy with that. But you see, the thing I'm not quite getting here is why are we not exporting anywhere near the 20 kilowatts that we're producing? Is it because we can't get there? Because what I could do, we put the old high voltage power lines here, stick them 50 meters under the deck, say connect them into the back of the mountain here, and then schneck it underneath, all the way to the back of the map perhaps? Unlock a new export route? Now are we exporting power out that way? We certainly are. Now is that export number going to go up 137? 497, it does, it does. So does it actually tell you? Oh yeah, 400 megawatts, that's the capacity. So I can only export 400 megawatts per line. Right. Well in that case, if we connect onto here again, and this time, we're gonna schneck all the way under the mountain, out to the side there. And are we gonna export even more? 499? What's that gonna guarantee? Well, if it's being used, that is. Well, it went up to 500, but it doesn't look like it's being used. Nah, well, let's delete that. There's no point having superfluous lines knocking about. Let me see about getting a brand new set of underground lines to snake underneath the Moontain Toon itself. And maybe connecting a little something like that. Oh, it has created some nonsense, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Nah, it looks like they've stayed underground. I'm happy with that. Is it being used? It is. It's being used. And we're exporting 864 megawatts of electricity. Let's go. Oh, what am I seeing doing here? I'm seeing pop-ups coming and going. Oh, is it just because of the oil field? I guess I'm going to have to get used to that, aren't I, for the time being, until I figure out something to do with it. Yeah. I mean, the oil field's not even running at the moment. It doesn't even have a bloody... You know what? Let's fix that. Remove... and be a normal road. And what on earth are you kicking off about, mate? Then make us move it, because I will. I'll move you. I should have known. I should have known. We crashed. I'll have to see you back in the game, peeps. Oh, big yawn. Alright, we're back at this point. Let's delete this power line again. I think I have to reconnect the one on the other side. And then I'll be back with you. Tell you what though, how mental does the map look with the old pause lighting on? And if you don't know what I mean, let me unpause the game. That's the unpaused lighting. And look at all the clouds just appearing. Everything happening. Everything shaded. But we are back in the game at least. And I believe we should be exporting 20 million watts. No, it was 800 and something, wasn't it? Yeah, 862 megawatts. Now, I am thinking, I don't think we need this geothermal power plant. It's costing us a tidy 371.5 grand a month. How much is it switched off? A little under 30 grand a month. Over 10 times cheaper. Right. I'm going to leave that switched off, and we'll see if we get any power bottlenecks or anything like that. Because we are, well, only powering from the big old dam here, so, you know, we've got to be a bit careful. Although, you know what I could do? Let me pop some transformer stations in. Actually, maybe just one transformer station, because we already have one. I'll pop a transformer station in here, as well as coming in and sorting this bloody bit of terrain out. Just a little bit, though, not a lot. Just a little bit of sorting out. And then from here, I want to connect all the way up the mountain to about there, because you have to take it in stages when you're going up big hills, otherwise the minus 50 meters underground doesn't work, and you end up leaving a big old thing. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. The answer would be no, I can't really show you what I mean without doing it, and I don't really want to do it. Hopefully I don't get to show you what I mean. All I'll say is just building stages when you're going up and down great heights. And what I want to do here, connect it round and directly connect it into the dam. A little something like that. And let's see if that works, if that's actually being used. It is. It's sending power the wrong direction, but it is being used, which means it can go the other way if it needs to. What is this? What is this even doing? Oh, whatever. I'll just let it run. And we do have a transformer station over here. There it is. Now, we do have some temporarily above ground lines here, so I think we might have to do the same. Or do I just not worry about it just yet? Nah, I'll put the underground lines in, and then we'll see what we want to do after that. So if I connect up to the dam directly, in stages, make me way down this bit mountain. We'll say right to the edge of the bank there, And what I'm going to do now is just come up 10 meters and then connect into the back of it there. So that way the power flowing through these high voltage power lines can go directly from the dam as well, which I believe it is. Yeah, look, it's sucking energy from the dam and passing it through. Unlike this side, which, oh no, it is. Look, it's sucking energy from the dam now and passing it through. It's no longer working in reverse. And I do believe, if we have a bit of a zoom out, that was our only 2 bit of power sources. It was, spot on. We did have a 3rd power source. Remember, we had the dam down the bottom here, but that, well, I deleted that dam so we didn't end up flooding so bad. Which didn't help anyway, because we ended up flooding so bad that I had to put big, massive, stupid defense walls up and things like that. And make loads of Humpty Dumpty bridges, but thankfully the Humpty Dumpty bridges are gone. We're back to normal, beautiful bridges. And quite the low water level, look at that. Damn. Tell you what, I'm keen to see what this river does. Like I say, I want it to settle out the level down the bottom here so we can figure out what level it's going to be at and, you know, what we need to worry about. And then I'm thinking, narrow this river at points. Probably most of the points. So it's a bit more realistic like this river here. And then like I touched on the last episode, like making little islands of streets for people to live on. Similar to what I'm doing here, but a bit less a million bridges for no reason. Like I say, I want to see what the river does first. And then we'll get to thinking about all that mental stuff. Just don't forget that we still need to wait for all of this to evaporate here. Actually, speaking of, I should upgrade one of these lanes here to be an elevated road so the water can pass through. Here we are, I've just pressed resume after removing all of that. Making them all bridges, look at the water coming forward. It's not messing about. This is the scary place, like I'm not looking down because it's scary, it's so deep. But this is where we've been swallowed up twice by the water, so I thought it would be fitting to come down here and be swallowed up thrice by the water here. Ooh, look how deep it is, it's so scary. Quick, go, 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 I want to go, bye, 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 go, I want to be bye, bye, I want to be bye. Alright, we're back now. Damn, look at this traffic. Nothing I can do about it. I tell you what, the water level I think is at an all-time low. I don't think we've ever been able to see all of this brickwork down here on this truss bridge. As you can see, I built the truss bridge level with the rest of the world just because it looked grand. It looked absolutely grand. Oh, I haven't fixed all the bridges. Right, let's pause this. We need to fix the ruddy motorway. So if we go from here all the way back to there and delete, and the same on this side. Now let me just come in, smooth out some of these bloody mountains here. Alright, now it looks nice and smooth. So now we need to whip out a 3-lane highway suspension bridge of the one-way variety. We're going from here to here, and then on to the other side. We're going to go from here. I realised I'm building a bridge, and I need to go ahead and actually put little foundation supports out. So from this level, we're going to come out to say there, and then for the sake of the other side, we're going to come out to there as well. So we've got our little square foundation there. And then if we remove the elevated upgrade to the ends of these 2 motorways here, we can get a proper level. Right click there and bring that level out. Right. And now we can build our bridges with an eye on 0% level. And I'm hoping that we can just connect these in with a real casual simple curve, and we don't have to do anything complex, you know what I mean? That looks alright. And then here we just need to come down to -10 meters so we can comfortably snap in there. Happy days. And then let's see about finishing off the connections here. Lovely jubbly. Resume that. And then we'll watch all the cars dive down onto the motorway, which I think they already did. There they are. They're quickly diving down. Oh, he chucked a Yui. You can't be driving that way, mate. Are you just going to do it? We're going to fly in pedestrian. Come here. I want to touch you, mate. Come here. I want to touch you. Where are you? Where are you, my guy? I would love to be able to touch you, but I do not know where you are. Oh, he's chasing his dog. That's what's the matter. I kind of click on him. He's too fast. He's busy chasing his dog there. Now, where's he going? And where was he from? I'm looking for a dog. Oh, there's the dog. There's the dog. Hello, dog. Oh, good old princess. And then princess's owner should be rocking up out of the sky any second now. Let's see. Is your owner up there, princess? Oh, there he is. Hello, mate. It's gone for a walk. Oh, we gotta be off to work, are we? Fair dinkum. Looks like princess is a switch-on pupper. I'm actually just curious at this point where the dog goes. Can I see the dog? No, the dog doesn't really exist. He's clipped out. Hey, look, they've done a cheeky little shortcut through switch-on. They don't even work at switch on. They just ran through it. You bunch of bloody legends. I love yous. Yeah, let's go back. I want to see this. Oh, you got Princess and the dog. You got Princess and the walker. Ooh, what's this under here? Track not connected. What's going on? Underground view. Oh, yeah, nah. Fair dinkum. Track is not connected. I think it's this one over here that I forgot, didn't I? Did I forget to connect it, like, at all? No. It's this one here. This one here. Yeah, that's it there. Look, it's floating. So, I believe... Let's just use this dodgy bit here. We'll come out. Go down 20 meters. Oh, 30 meters? How deep's this? That is quite deep, that, like, that might not even be 50 meters. Oh, it looks like I can't connect in at 50 meters there. Let's just connect it in for now. I'm not particularly bothered what it looks like. I'm somewhat bothered by that, but look, at the end of the day, it's just farmland. I'm not going to zone on there. The farmer can just deal with it. I would put a little bridge on there, but he just whinges it's not connected to anything, so... he can just deal with it. Let me build a little bridge out here. If we go from there, and then just come out 90 degrees to there. Yeah, that looks about right. Now we use the move up mod to move this all the way up so it's normal. Because I am doing very unnormal things here, so you can't really blame the game for this. And now that we have a nice little squished Cooper lane there, we go into roads. And I suppose if this started, can I just like right click this and then it's a normal road? No. Will I have to click key? No. Retaining wall? No. Okay, if I delete this, yeah, we're fine now. I was going to say if I take this level here and then just push it out the front a bit. And now I should be able to draw a lane and it be actually on the ground. And now we're all making graft away. Harvesting our like underwater grain that we've got. Now we've got cedar lane. I believe we just need to come in here, remove the upgrade for the elevated roads, and you'll be fine. Why aye. Did I not do this earlier? Oh, this is what crashed the game, right? MiGly, be careful here. Don't move the industry and then Control Z because it causes movement mod to crash. Just bring the path out. Oh, not that much, no, not that much. Just bring the path out a little bit. See if it's happy. If it's not, just Control Z and then get away. Get away from it, run away. How are we doing over here? You just need a tidy little downgrade. Nabosh. Anybody else need a tidy little downgrade? Why? This transformer station could do with a tidy little downgrade like that. I don't think that disrupts too much. This bit of the school, oh, that is a bit of a dam. Like, that's a bit more of a dam than I'd like to see, to be honest. Yeah, we're just going to leave that for now. Although there is plenty of people here needing some schooling. Let's pause this. Delete this section. Use the shift terrain tool to bring the terrain out in front of the school just a little bit. And then we should be able to come out with a simple curve here and connect it in like nowt's a matter. Oh, like nowt's a matter. That's what I like to see. Now, I'm not as fussed about the park, but if it's an easy downgrade and it's just that tiny little section, then I'll do it. Nah, not easy downgrade. Actually, easy upgrade there, because he should be a bloody bridge, mate. It already downgraded this bit. I mean, I could downgrade this bit, like. We're just going to fly around either side of the roundabout anyway. Yeah, why not? Pedestrians, you can have your park. Because there is still a pedestrian bridge there, you know, I didn't forget that. Why, all of this needs to be downgraded, at least to here. Oh, now we do have a school. I'm going to have to be bloody clever about this again. I don't like being clever about it. Let's do the old trick of bringing out the land a bit in front of the school. Then I'm just going to have to redo the road, unfortunately. I don't like doing it because it never really comes out, you know, as perfect as it did the first time you drew it. Especially since I'm trying to make it line up with the school as well. Which it did anyway previously, to be fair. Alright, that looks good. It's not though. It's still elevated for some reason. But you know what? Thankfully, just this path needs to be downgraded to a key. Or just deleted. And now we are connected again. Happy days. And that doesn't look too terrible. It looks almost as it was. Are you park? Yes, you are. You look like a big basketball. You look alright zoomed in, but when I zoomed out there, that basketball park looked like something else. It looked like a crazy mofo. Oh, we need to get this sorted and all. Did I delete and not connect the sides back in? This side has been disconnected for a long time, if that's the case. Or does it not actually... Does it just double back on itself there? It might just double back on itself there, to be fair. But anywho, I want to go ahead. Evergreen Street here. You are not the street that needs to be elevated. Let me get my brush out here and just start filling in the land behind it. Hillside Street, you don't need to be elevated either. What I would like to do on Evergreen Street, upgrade this side to be a quay wall. It removes the zoning and looks lovely and clean like a quay wall. Oh, now this area needs a bit of terraforming before we can put the roads back on the ground here. Well, let's see what I can do about that. It's not too bad. It's not exactly as it was, but it's not too bad, and I'll take that. What we can do with this whole area is remove all of the elevated roads, connect things like the school and the bloody metro station back up. As well as these housing estates, to be fair. None of this needs to be elevated. Alright, well after far too much time, that's all now back on the ground and should start zoning when everything's happy. But we do at least have the school back up and running. Oh, what I forgot to check on actually with this school that I got back up and running over here. How's the path looking? Is that connected? No, we're going to have to quickly undo the upgrade on this bit of path. Just this bit of path though, so it can be connected to this school again. And it means that these paths that are should all be connected at least. Look at all the pedestrians just hanging about on the end of that path being like, how do I jump that gap? Actually, let us have a proper look at this. Look at all of these bloody pedestrians here, man. There's hundreds of them. They're just like, I need to get onto the bloody path. They're saying, MiGly, mate, can you draw us a path over there? And I'm saying, mate, I can do you one better. I can move yous over there and connect yous in myself. Now, pedestrians, be free to go wherever you want to go. And I mean, if that does just include standing in a line on the path here, then fair dinkum. Stand here in a line on the path. I'm not going to stop yous. Is that what your mates do they? Do your mates just stand on the line in the path? Are you even on the path anymore, mate? No, you're just floating. We got some floaters here just tapping the feet, being like, what to do? Let me assume all of these people are homeless. Yeah. Something to do with your house falling into the river, eh? Yeah, that's more like it. I was going to say I didn't think people stood on... Oh, no. No, it's even worse. Let me show you. I was going to say I didn't think people stayed on paths. But as is evidence here, people will stand on the side of the road and the path if their house falls into the river. Oh, all these poor families. And by the way, there's no more houses coming for you. Like, this is a permanent river at this point. You could probably just best off just walking. You see that mountain up there? If you walk up this path here, you're going to come to a lovely little cable stay pedestrian bridge. And then once you cross that, you want to make your way over to the Moontain Toon. And then make your way over to the Moontain City. Because the Moontain Toon will probably kick you out because they don't like your type here. Stinkies. And look, if you didn't believe us, let's follow this path down where they could walk like nout's a matter all the way down to here. And then once we get to this park here, you can see that we have that wonderful little cable stay bridge that I mentioned that the other pedestrians are using. Look at the pedestrians, they love this cable stay bridge. Oh, motion! That must be why they love it, because you just end up flying once you get onto it. It's like a blue ice highway, this. I like that you've got the bloody motorway flying away underneath you. You can see the colossal river beneath you as well. And you just make your way across. Like I say, make your way across, follow the sequence of paths here. And you can either go on a big grueling hike up the mountain if you wish. Or you can just walk along this highway here, which still has a tunnel in it for some reason. Really? I have to delete this? Okay. But I can't delete it because it's underground, obviously. There we go. Oh no, what's happened here? Bad things have happened. The highways have merged, I knew it. So, no one's been able to get Moontain Toon for ages. Well, they've been able to get over to Moontain City and then cross over if you're emergency services or public transport, if nothing else. But anyway, let's get 2-lane motorway from here into here. Then I suppose I'm going to have to delete that bit of motorway now. Connect another 2-lane motorway from here. I'm going to do a complex curve this time so I can keep it away. And have that coming all the way in to here. And they're not connected up, are they? No, we have separate motorways. And one's doing dodgy U-turns. And now I shall be able to come into here, upgrade them all that aren't already upper height to be upper height and floating platforms. I'm happy with that. You get deleted, mate. It's weird once you take the land away when you've spent a lot of time building multi-layer tunnels and whatnot. There's a lot of collision happening now. You know what, actually I could upgrade this Maple Lane to be an elevated road. Stop some of the collision. I'm not entirely sure what you're whinging about, to be honest with mate. Like, you're fine. If I undo this upgrade, will you be happy again? No, I didn't think so. I'm not bothered about you oil fields. Your both ears are kicking off for no reason. Bloody whingy pants. Bloody hell. Is the river just mainly going to the left now? Let's have a look at this water flow. Yep. Most of the water is just going left and down. It's not even going through this river system. Is that just a height problem? So if we're at this height here, yeah, the river does go up. Oh, it's because I made a daft plunge pool thing, innit? I forgot about that. Right. Let's undo the plunge pool nonsense by right-clicking this level here and then just leveling this whole river out to that level. Well, assuming that level is higher. Yeah, it is higher. Sweet. Then let's level it all out, shall we? So we've successfully risen the land around there. And now we take this level as top. We got to the bottom of the river here. And we level it all out. And I don't even care about things that are underground. If it cuts them up, we're just going to redo them. Now I may have made a grave mistake. Because I leveled this whole river. Both sides, left and right, new and old in one go. And you can see we're running over some cables over here. There's some cables over here we're running over. There's entire motorway systems that we're running over here. Let me give this a bit of a schmoove on the edges, you know, make it a bit more chill, a bit more relaxed, a bit more chillaxed, if you will. I should probably do something about the depth of this river as well, shouldn't I? So it at least somewhat matches. I will, but I'll do it between these two bridges here. So line there, and go up nice and steeply. Well, that might have been a massive mistake, but it's done now. Let's press speed 3 and see if we get any bottoms and spikes knocking about. You know what, peeps? I'm definitely running out of time on this recording, so I'm going to go ahead, set you up on this little balcony here. Ideally have it so you're not seeing those bloody dodgy blue things all the time. Why can I see those? Why can I see these little circles? Maybe if I click them, they'll go away. Alright, they're away now. What? What's that noise? Did someone just come home? Ah! Run away! I don't actually live here. I'm just breaking and entering. Don't worry about it. So do people actually live here now? For the longest time, people didn't live here. Yeah, we don't have anyone living here. Nobody's lunatic enough to live on the top of the mountain. Hey. Well, that place has given me the spooks, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you down to here where apparently we're flooding like nobody's business. Why is this so low? Why? What a guy. Let's quickly fix this. You know what, peeps? So I may have just made a huge mistake by deepening this river. I may not have. We're both going to have to find that out in the next episode, though, because for now, I'm fresh out of recording time. I need to get it ended before my computer takes off to never render a video again. I did check the temperatures earlier, and they're hovering about 90 odd degrees, so... Yeah, no. Let's give the laptop a little bit of a break, eh? And you can have yourselves a bit of a week-long break between City Skylines episodes and Upper Height. And I'll catch yous next week, peeps. Peace!